a server to start. So if you look at the concept of virtual server in AWS, you will end up in EC2. That's what I have been showing you from the start of the session, that I have servers hosted in AWS cloud and I'm paying for it. See that servers. So these servers are very costly. Since you are starting, you should not get charged for it. So AWS said, hey, participants, we will help you and we will not charge you. That is like they want to help you to do the learning onto AWS cloud by giving you servers for free. Are you with me, everyone? Hello? You are working with AWS cloud. You have to pay to AWS cloud like I pay to AWS cloud, but you people shouldn't be getting charged for it. So AWS says, hey, participants, for those people who are new registrants who have registered with AWS cloud for the first time, so AWS says, hey, we will give you servers for free. For next 12 months, they will give you servers for free. But there is a clause. The clause is 750 hours a month only, they'll give you the server for free. Now you might think, Kumar, what is this 750 hours? So participants, AWS has to charge you. Am I right? Now let me put the explanation. AWS has to charge you. Am I right? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Right. AWS has to charge you. So how they will charge you? They will charge you the number of servers that you are running. Let's say the number of servers that you have decided is one server to practice. Entire practice, you want entire training practice, you want to do with one single server. So let's say at 7:30, I have started today. If you run this server for next day, 7:30, so how many number of hours AWS would consider that you are using it for? 24 hours.
24.
Very good. Next day, another 24 hours. So likewise, for the whole month, it will consider, okay, Kumar is running every day for next 30 days for the training program, and he is consuming 24 hours. So AWS says, for 720 hours, till 720 hours, you can happily run the server. Zero cost. Let's assume that you felt, Kumar, I don't see one server running. Can I run two servers? Because I have to do a lot of practice. Okay. Let's check two servers for one day. How much is the cost? How much is the consumption in a day? 48 hours. You run those machines for next 30 days, 1440 hours. So AWS says, hey, I'm giving you 750 hours of free. That means extra 690 hours is something that you have to pay. Did you get the logic of 750 hours, everyone, now? The logic
Yes,
of
yes.
750 hours per month is for 1 month, 750 hours, below 750 hours, zero cost. But after 751 hours, that 1 hour will be charged for you. Is that okay for you people now? Now,
Yes.
one thing is for sure, me, you people will not run the machine for 24 hours. That's for sure. Hardly we may run for 2 to 3 hours a day, for an average of 2 to 3 hours a day if you run. Let's say put it at 6 hours a day. For next 1 second. 6 hours in a day multiplied for next 25 days. So $150, 150 hours is a consumption. Still you have 750 hours minus 150. You have 600 hours still left. So participants, now you see AWS is trying to help you to do learning on AWS cloud platform for free. If you go ahead and run that machine in the limits of 750 hours, practice as if like you're doing a real-time practice. So what is that I have done to stop my cost? I've actually stopped my machine because I'm not using it. If I want to use it, I just go ahead and start that machine. See, I'll just go ahead and start this machine. The moment I start, see, the moment I start now, 7:35, this is a time it will say, okay, you will be charged for the next 1 hour, 7:35 to 8:35. I'll be charged. AWS will say, okay, I'm charging you from 7:35 to 8:30 for that 1 hour. Whatever the cost that will be chargeable, I'll get charged for it. Participants, are we good? So have you understood now what is EC2? Have you understood now how the cost is taken into consideration and how AWS would charge you? And now what you have to do when you do have to do a practice without getting cost, without getting the charges for it?
Yes.
Any questions from here? Jagdish, Prashant, Upin, Surendra, Vinay. Guys, you have to be very much proactive.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, if you don't have any questions, can I proceed a little further?
Yes, we can proceed.
Okay. Now.
Hey Kumar, just give me a sec.
Yes,
so,
please.
Yeah, since we're already here on the EC2 instances over here, just I would like to request you to go over this instance state over here. So it says stopped over there. So there is also another option called termination, right? So if the state is terminated, so is it possible to quickly maybe sort of like an overview, explain them about difference between the stop state and the terminated state?
Fair, very good. So participants, don't worry, we have a separate sessions, we have separate discussions every day on every topic because we will be using EC2 regularly. So a best way to understand here for the question asked is, stop will go ahead and make your instance in a state where it cannot accept any incoming requests. It won't accept any network traffic in or out. It won't respond. It's in stop state. I hope you guys can see reboot state means OS will get rebooted. Server will be running, but OS will get rebooted. Now, this is a very, very risky state. Termination. Termination means the entire server will get terminated. The data that is residing in that server will get terminated. You can't restore it back. Done. The entire system will go ahead and get data, server, everything will get terminated.
So there is no crash recovery?
Recovery? No, because this is just a single server that I'm using. So I have to go ahead and first adapt to a system that what would happen if this machine gets terminated. I should have a solution built for it. That means I should have a copy for it. So for that copy, what people generally do is they take a snapshot of that server at regular intervals of time. It is something that you have to go ahead and implement. So you will go ahead and take an image of the server. In case if the server gets terminated, you will go ahead and restore from that server.
So like daily or monthly snapshots.
Yeah, you will go ahead and take snapshots of the server at regular intervals of time. That part we will discuss in technically, we will go ahead and implement it. But for now, the server has states where you can start, stop, reboot your OS. When it comes to termination, the machine gets completely terminated with the data written off. So in order to protect it, what generally people do, organizations do, is they protect via what do you call it as security. They go ahead and say they disable the termination. What they generally do is they go ahead and say, hey, whenever someone wants to terminate, right, I'll not allow them to go ahead and terminate them. I go ahead and enable termination protection. So in this way, the best thing that what we can do is we can go ahead and protect our machines from accidental termination, where they cannot go ahead and enable it. I go ahead and enable it as an administrator, but when it comes to the other user in the organization, I'll not enable them to disable. I'll not enable the disable option so that they will go ahead and disable the protection and terminate it. So this will protect my machine from accidental termination. Is that okay?
Yes.
Vinay, Is that explanation